Good morning. It is 7:08 a.m. on Monday, December 18th, 2017. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. I succeeded in getting more sleep last night than the night before, which is good. Luna slept through the night a little better. I think the first night, I didn't really go into this yesterday because I was doing my Ghost in the Shell rewatch, but Luna's first night back, I think after staying in the hospital a couple of days, her sleep rhythm was kind of off, and so she had slept most of the day and then kind of wanted to be active at night, and that first night, and that was, me with being hyper vigilant to every little possible noise she might make meant for a very rough first night but home. At least for me, she didn't seem over bothered, um, other than frustrated, just from not getting to do what she wants to do. Uh, so here's basically the couple of days home update. Is she still can't walk yet, and the doctors reiterated that might take some time. Potentially even weeks. Um, Especially since she's actually she's a little heavy. Um, my glasses are fogging up from having gone outside. Um, it's cold outside here at this time of year. Um, so basically, when I take her outside, I have this little sling that goes under and around her hind legs, so I can kind of support her hind end, and while she walks around with her front end. And our biggest challenge right now, actually, is that she just wants to go all the places, including lots of places where we can't really go right now because it's uneven, or crossing a street, which would probably be a bad idea right now, and or going downstairs and that sort of thing. So if I could try to keep her just in the one little sort of front yard that my building has, that would be ideal for me. But that's not where she wants to do her business, and so we're dealing with that right now. At first, I was just carrying her, but I was starting to feel like that's going to be a bad idea over time. I'm going to hurt my back or fall on her or something like that. So I actually rigged up a little wagon. If you follow my Twitter feed, you see I put some pictures of it up. And yeah, so it's an improvised little thing, but for all that, it works pretty well. I mean, it's only improvised in the sense that it's put together from pieces that wouldn't normally go together, but they are individually pieces designed to do exactly what they're doing. Namely, the bottom half of a dog crate is where she sits, and a little furniture trolley or dolly is the thing that moves it around underneath, which is designed for moving furniture. So the only piece of it that is not actually doing what it sort of normally would do is I'm pulling it just with a belt. But yeah, so that's working pretty well for now. It's been suggested on Facebook that I look into buying like an actual little red wagon or something like that. And I suppose I could do that. I'm going to try this one for a couple of days and see how quickly her improvement seems to be coming. I have various little physical therapy things, exercises that I'm going to be doing with her, just like helping her stand for a few minutes at a time, working her hind legs to make sure that the muscles don't get too stiff, and that sort of thing. And, it's not her favorite thing, but she doesn't struggle or complain over much. Um, so yeah, that's how we're doing so far. She doesn't seem to be in much pain, which is good. Um, so she's just, recovering, and it's just going to be about letting the inflammation from the surgery come down. Uh, so the swelling of her spinal cord comes down, and so we can hopefully get her legs back. Right now, it seems like maybe they twitch a little bit, but it's subtle. It's a little hard to tell, and so there's a ways to go still. In any event, that's where we are now. It's put a little bit more physical exertion in my morning routine, which on the big picture is probably not terrible. I've honestly been fairly inactive for a while since Luna's kind of took ill in the first place. we haven't been doing the long walks like we used to, and I haven't really had any other substitute for that exercise. So, I need to get something going back again there. But in the meantime, that's where we're at. And so it's this week I'm going to be trying to come home at lunch, which is not optimal as far as it's not, I mean, it just takes a big chunk out of the day. But, at least for the next few days, I want to try to make sure she's doing okay while she's at home. I'm getting the feeling with, dealing with her the first couple of days that it's probably fine. But, don't want to push it. And then, that's where we're at. So I'll talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes.